Oh no, hell no, boy.
Man, y'all done up and done it.
Oh no, hell no, boy.
Y'all done up and done it.
Oh no, hell no, boy.
Man, y'all done up and done it. Y'all done up and done it, man. Y'all done up and done it.
My first song was like 48 bars with no hook. You hear me flipping through my pages out my favorite notebook. The microphone was in the closet. No headphones, we lost. Took it in the air to get some water. Roaches hanging over the faucets. No AC, tears a breaker. Scratches trying to make beats. E-Dub was been the hustler. Flirting with all his customers and flat broke. Nappy smoking blacks out on the back post. I'm thinking I got everything a country boy can ask for. Now what we do to
Welcome back to the Watch So Serious podcast. I am your host, Brandon, and we got Devin and Mike back with us, and we are back for another week of the news. What's going on, fellas?
Mike, you want to go first and tell everybody you got the cooties?
I'm sick. It's not great. In fact, it sucks, actually.
Mike, have you ever heard that song before?
No, never.
Oh, my God.
He's 23. He's 20. Are you 24 now? You're 24.
I'm 24. I'll be 25 in April.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be 34 in March. So yeah.
Oh.
Are you an Aries or a Taurus?
No, I'm a Taurus.
Oh.
How have you never heard that song?
I never heard that
because he's Brandon. Where would he hear that song at?
They play it. I mean, it's a very popular song. Mike was alive when the song came out.
But what he was, he wasn't even a teenager, probably.
So?
You don't know who the fuck you're listening to when you're not before you're a teenager.
Yes, you do.
You really don't. You know, you really. I mean, other than these
remember
kids,
Tupac and Biggie and Mace and all those people.
I was still like I was 10 and 11 though.
No.
I was 10.
No, you weren't.
I was 10 in 96.
I was.
I mean, I really started listening to rap
away
music
from being a teenager.
Yeah, I was.
I was 1 in 96.
No. This song came out in like 2000, 2001, 2002.
I would have been 6 or 7.
So yeah.
Let me see when this song came out. Watermelon, chicken, and grits.
It's got to be 2000, 2003. I want to say 2002, 2001.
This song came out in 2002. How old were you in 2002, Mike?
7.
Okay,
see?
So he's old enough.
He's not, but again, he's not in black spaces enough to hear that. I mean, I know you're talking. I know.
When you were 7, Nothing But a G Thing came out.
I would tell you I didn't remember that until I was maybe 10, 11.
That's not true.
Yeah, I mean, I knew more Luther Vandross and Earth, Wind and Fire stuff. You know, when I was 7. Been around the world, yeah. I remember that shit.
I don't think music started to matter for me until I was in 8th grade.
And that's a real thing for people. Like, I mean, I really started listening to rap music until I was, until like P Diddy. Yeah, no, like P Diddy, like
school.
I knew who Tupac was. I was aware of Tupac, but until like P Diddy, I mean, when we was Puff Daddy, like until that started happening, and like Mason shit, like I didn't really pay attention to it.
Like 1994.
You know who my first?
No, that was, Biggie came out, and Biggie died in 95, 96.
So
95, yeah.
Then.
Mace wasn't really out. Like I'm talking about, Mace got big after Big died. So
yeah, that was before me. The biggest rapper from my childhood would have been like
Eminem for you,
Lil Wayne or yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Wayne was everything.
Lil Wayne was really, really, really big when I was in like 8th grade.
Because he was the best rapper alive.
So the white people at the Catholic school listen to Lil Wayne.
Oh, they love. Oh, absolutely. They love.
Brandon, are you going to tell me? You're going to say on this podcast that the Carter wasn't classic? These Carter albums were the classics. They're classics.
I wouldn't say classics, but they're good albums. Are people still?
I mean, for Wayne,
I think people just thought he had the best beats. I don't actually think anyone.
I still listen to Lil Wayne mixtapes.
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. That's when he started being Lil Wayne, like, because he did the mixtapes before he did the Carter.
No, that was after.
So the Carter, and then Carter.
Before.
Oh yeah, the real fire ones was after, like the drought and all that good stuff. Yeah, and with DJ Drama, that joint was crazy.
Hey Mike, guess what? IGN has a 4-minute video called "Star Wars: the Clone Wars recapped in 4 minutes. They recapped the whole series in 4 minutes.
And Brandon, did you get a lot out of it?
And then just go right to Rebels.
I didn't watch it. I'm trying to catch up on Picard. And,
man, that's such a good show.
Yo,
my God.
I binged. I was telling Brandon earlier, but I binged for the first time this weekend the entire John Wick trilogy, and I'm obsessed.
It's intense. Yeah, it's intense. Like, that's intense. You can't do that.
It's a very unique film.
It's not unique at all.
It's not unique. The first one is weird because you didn't realize how little dialogue there is.
Yeah, there's like no dialogue in any of the movies.
No, there's dialogue.
The action scenes are like 40-minute segments.
But it's crazy. It's literally crazy how like little dialogue in the first episode, John Wick. But the story is so easily conveyed to you. It's like almost like they Jedi mind tricked you with no words. You're like, huh? Why is this the best movie I've ever seen? All because somebody killed this man's dog.
And they're telling a good story without really any dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a difficult story to tell, but it's a good one.
I would agree. How do you feel about Halle Berry's dog biting balls?
Oh, I'm all about it. I love the dogs. I thought when he shot the one dog, I was really sad. I thought it died, but then it was still fucking up people. So I was all about it.
Oh, that's right. Halle Berry was in that one. She was great.
Love Halle Berry.
Some old ass people looking like they can still do these goddamn stunts. They's 50 years old out here doing a whole acrobatic shit. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, this is good.
Can we all discuss what is probably the biggest piece of news that has hit the world in the terms of entertainment the past couple days?
Nobody cares about the bat suit.
It looked awesome.
I'm gonna tell you I didn't see it and didn't care about it. So, but you can tell me about it.
The music is perfect. The suit is perfect.
Yeah, well, it was kind of stupid that it had a red tint. It looks like
I will be looking at this now.
The logo. A lot of people are theorizing that the bat logo, which looks very unique, is made from the gun that killed his parents because it looks like a gun.
What?
Yeah. I liked the music a lot, though. It felt really Batman-y.
What?
So are you looking at it?
I don't know which ones I'm supposed to be looking at. Is the one
it's like
in
a
the
20-second video of like Batman like walking towards the camera.
Okay.
With this really, really cool. You have to hear the music with it because it sounds very. It has a lot of people were saying, Brandon, the reason the red tint is there, it's because it's an homage to the animated series.
What was red in the animated series? I don't remember.
The like iconic shot of him standing along the clouds, and there's like a red sky.
Yeah.
That's why. And then the music kind of feels like animated series.
Well, Matt Reeves is a good director. I think the movie's going to be good. It didn't get me that excited though. I just said, "Oh, the suit looks cool."
It got me excited. Although the ears are a big deal for me.
On DC suits, Wonder Woman's suit looks great. Ben Affleck's Batman suit looks fine. Superman suit looks good, although he needs to wear underwear. But
the problem for me with the suits is Batman and Flash had to switch.
Flash had the shittiest suit.
Flash should have had a suit like Batman's and vice versa.
No, Flash should have had the Flash suit. The fucking Flash suit is the simplest superhero suit there ever is. It's a red onesie with a logo and yellow boots. It's not that hard to do. It's very simple. Even to the point in the show last week, they were making fun of it. He was running around, and one of the villains was like, "No onesies today."
That is funny.
Everyone knows it's a onesie.
I just felt that. How do you feel about Robert Pattinson's jawline in his suit? Like, does he feel like Batman to you?
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
He looks like Batman in the suit.
Eh.
Oh shit! I didn't see this news story. Sasha Banks is going to be in The Mandalorian season 2.
Oh, nice. Good for her. That's a come up.
Have you guys been watching Harley Quinn?
Yes.
I have not. I have fell off of that show. I love it. It is one of the best shows I've ever seen, though. I tell everybody to watch it.
It's really good.
You need to watch watch. It's only 20 minutes.
Oh,
I'm just
Devin.
saying I haven't watched it in a while. Brandon, I work a lot, so if I'm not home, I don't have access to a Fire Stick.
You don't need a Fire Stick. You have an iPad and a phone that you
I
watch all
do.
your anime on.
I watch my anime at home a lot though. Like
Get
I
outta
like to
here.
watch it. I really do. Like I don't have anything other than I don't watch anything on my phone anymore. Even though I have like everything on my phone. I just don't, and I don't watch I got a new company iPad and I don't put Hulu on it. Or I really rarely ever watch anything on my iPad now. So but I'm about to
Devin.
buy an iPad, huh?
Have you Brooklyn Nine-Nine is back?
I saw it. I did see it. It's good.
It's up to 3 episodes now. It's really good.
Yes, it's really
I already
good.
like it better than the last 2 seasons.
I mean, NBC. I mean, it just took them a while to hit their stride because, like, 30 Rock is amazing. Any time you get NBC stuff with quality, they have better writers over NBC than they do at Fox. So I'm glad. It's good shit.
Mike, what else have you been doing? Did you have fun in Philly?
Oh yeah, that was a couple
yeah, Mike, tell everybody about these white adventures that you had.
Yeah, my sister's friends rented a party bus for the Villanova tailgate, and that was crazy. that was pretty fun. Yeah,
So
that
how old is
weekend.
Your sister 21.
Yeah,
And her white.
So your sister's 21, you're 24. That's within dating range. What's up with the hoes, Mike? Are you getting any hoes?
I always feel weird about going for girls in front of with my sister's friends, but
Why?
I don't know.
Your sister loves the fuck out of you, Mike. She will give you alley oops. Like you are missing out. Like she will be your. She will be your John Stockton to your Karl Malone, sir.
My
you
sister's
just
really
need
oblivious too. She's not really a good wing woman, but she doesn't need to be.
again. You don't need all you need is
What are you talking about? Natalie's oblivious?
She's not oblivious. She's not. She's 21 years old. She had a putty bus.
Smarter than you, Mike.
She literally had a.
She's great.
Literally had a putty bus. Literally had a putty bus.
And then we're going skiing in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
that.
You need to protect her friend. That's black.
Look, Mike, I'm for real. You take care of that black woman.
I'll take care of everybody.
No, that black woman needs to be your highest
Everybody else
priority.
is fine. She's the one that got nobody looking out for her except you.
Yes.
I'll be looking out.
Mike. You need to look out for her.
I will be looking out.
Thank you.
How long are you going to be in Utah? God,
8
that
days.
Sounds awful. Going to Utah.
First of all, Salt Lake City is fucking fabulous. Fucking love that place.
No, it's not.
I love that place. It's a great place.
We're spending one night at Salt Lake City to check it out. I'm looking forward to it.
So they have
A whole lot of drinking laws. It's just crazy.
But I will say, every time I tell someone I'm going there, all they say is so all the Mormons, you're going to see all the Mormons. And I keep saying, is that a bad, so?
Mike.
So, Brandon.
Listen to this, Mike. Auctioned Nintendo PlayStation prototype console will be the most expensive video game item ever. Current bid is $350,000.
I would never buy that simply because they update too frequently.
No, listen to what it is.
What he said, yeah.
Bids for the Nintendo PlayStation prototype consoles are now up to $350,000 with 20 days left on the auction. One of the rarest pieces of gaming history, the Nintendo PlayStation is currently up for auction and has become the most expensive item in gaming history. As the auction continues, bid for the Nintendo PlayStation... Oh, this is the original story. Okay. At the time of writing, bids for the Nintendo PlayStation... Okay, you already know that. The prototype was designed to play NES cartridges and CD games, but never came to fruition after Nintendo publicly walked away from its official deal with Sony at the 1991 Consumer Electronics Show.
Oh, wow.
Terry Diebold announced last year that he would auction off the prototype this February, sharing that he was turned down million-dollar offers for the system over the years. Diebold told Kotaku that he has decided to part with one of the gaming's rarest treasures because it's become quite expensive to continually showcase Nintendo PlayStation over the years. So basically, this was made back in 1991. Apparently, there was an agreement between Nintendo and PlayStation to make this device this gaming system, but it never came out. And it looks wild. You should see it. It's got a CD drive in the front and cartridges in the back. It says Sony PlayStation on it. This is 1991. And the controller looks like a Super Nintendo controller. This is very interesting. You know what's shitty about this? I guarantee there's no games for it, so you're literally just having it as a collector's item. I guess that's why it's worth it.
But like, okay, so they have to have a game. You got to have some kind of game to play with it. Is it prototype?
It's just a collector's item.
I mean, but you said you can use it. If you play
like,
NES cartridges, you can still play your NES games on it. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh yeah. Does it look like NES? It looks.
I'm just going about what the fuck you said. That's what I'm saying. Like you said,
it looks like.
I don't know what Sony games were out at the time, but I mean, you said NES cartridges, so like I was like, well, shit.
What it plays.
At least I can play fucking the Sight Bite or some shit like or fucking
It doesn't say what it plays. That is interesting. But I don't know. That is very interesting. Speaking of gaming, Mike, did you see that Sony is struggling to decide what to price the PS5 at? What do you think they should price it at?
Well,
400.
The Xbox, they're at an advantage because the Xbox is already Microsoft has already revealed all of the specs and what it's going to look like and the pricing information. I think maybe everything but pricing information for their console, so they can just go off that. That's their biggest competitor.
No, that's stupid. They need to go off.
That's stupid.
They need to set the market. They can't base it on other people.
Because you need to make it. You don't know what it costs to make them.
You know what I mean? In under, you go whatever they sell it. We're gonna sell it $50 less. Like okay. But I don't know if they're gonna do that. And I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Mike. I got a lot of characters now. And you know who I'm really good with? Lucas.
Oh
who the fuck is Lucas? And what the fuck is Lucas?
He's from I don't even know it. From Ness's game.
I think it's called Home something. Half these characters, I don't even know where they from.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
So I did some research. A lot of them are from this one game called Fire Emblem that everyone's annoyed that they keep releasing characters from that game.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that the people were feeling that there were too many characters from that one series in the game.
So I'm supposed to be going to see Sonic the Hedgehog today, but
I'm going tomorrow.
Are you going tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow.
So I've actually heard it was good.
I
heard it was not a good movie, but it was better than everyone thought it was.
I heard it was good.
Jim Carrey is worth it. I mean, he's worth my little movie money.
Devin, did you see the photograph?
You know, I saw it and it changed my fucking life, Brandon. All I'm telling you is I went from saying that I wanted 2 girlfriends to like I have to make life decisions, and now me and this girl I went to Hawaii with are definitely trying to work towards having a relationship. So
I'm going to set something up right now. I'm going to ask Stephanie and Rashani if they've seen the photograph and see if they want to talk about it, because
that'd be great.
I want to review it. I like this photograph.
It was really, really good. Like I've been telling all my friends to go see it because again, it changed me from like saying, "Oh, 2 girlfriends, that's what I want." Like to no, I definitely want one person, and I think I know who that one person is. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I caught up on My Hero Academia. I've been watching random animes. I don't know if you guys watch this anime. It's called RWYB, but it's with these four women. They're badasses. They have special powers and they have weapons, and it's pretty cool. But it's on YouTube. It's RWYB on YouTube, and they have 4 seasons. It's on. I've been watching on Amazon Prime. Other than that, man, I've been working, man. Like getting ready because I'm trying to buy some things for my birthday next month. I'm going to buy the red light therapy travel light, just everything, and I want to buy this. Hey, we need to talk about these Apple AirPod Pros. My God, my God, they are the best thing since fucking sliced bread, Brent. I have never been more impressed with headphones in my life.
What headphones are these?
The Apple AirPod Pros.
I don't like my AirPods. I don't have the Pros, but I don't like my AirPods.
No, you got to go in there and try them motherfuckers. Like, that shit is crazy good. That sound is so crisp. That noise canceling is so real. That shit is crazy. Like, this woman was in front of me and she was talking, and other than being able to mouth and barely hear her, I couldn't hear shit. I was like, oh, I kind of get what you're saying. I barely can. I get what you're saying because I'm reading your lips. But I was like, this motherfucking shit is good. So they're so easily connectable. The sound quality is great. And then the noise canceling is amazing. And the battery life on them is 8 hours per ear. Or you can do 8 hours per, together. And it's fucking great, man. And like, again, the pairing is it was so quick and fast. I'm definitely getting some after I buy my iPad for my birthday. But yeah, I fuck with that shit.
Like, do you use your AirPods?
No, the right one blew out.
So
the fuck?
Replace. What are you talking about?
I've been meaning to do that.
Mike, you're out sick. Have you been reading comic books?
No, I'm behind.
You need to read your damn comic books.
I was looking at Charmaine's page on Blur Comics, and Nebula has a comic coming out, or has a comic out. That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so you got Superman has revealed his identity to the world in the comic books now. Let's see. I haven't read a lot of DC recently. I got them back stock. I need back out. I need to come up on them. I think Alfred died in the Batman universe. I think Alfred died. What else do we have going on? Oh, I'm reading a new Star Wars book. It takes place between episode 5 and 6.
And the name of it is
Star Wars.
Okay. My bad. I don't be doing shit.
It's very good. Lando's out here being mischievous, trying to backstab. He's still not fully in the Resistance, although he's trying to act like it, but he's trying to work both sides with Jabba the Hutt and the Resistance.
Because that's what Lando does. See?
Luke is unsure of himself after finding out that Vader's his dad.
Oh damn! This is okay. This is good.
So it's very good. I mean, the first series is very good. That took place between 4 and 5. So this takes place between 5 and 6. There's a new Vader book out that takes place between 5 and 6 as well. And I haven't read the first issue yet, but I have it. Me and Old Man Wade may be doing a podcast for the first time in a while this week, so we're gonna try to catch up on that. On some comics. Dr. Doom has a solo book. It's very good. I love anything Dr. Doom. He's my favorite character.
I mean, Dr. Doom is the smartest motherfucker in the world. That's evil.
So basically, Reed Richards created this device that can fix climate change or something like that. And Doom was like, nah, this thing is flawed. It's going to fuck up. And they thought he was hating. And then somebody sent a Latverian bomb or something to the moon where it was at and blew it up or something like that. And so everybody thinks Doom did it because he was jealous of Reed, which he didn't do. But then, so he's on the run. But meanwhile, Kang the Conqueror keeps coming back in time and telling him different timelines of Doom's life and what they ended up doing and what he has to do. And so now he's at a point where he thinks he needs to settle down with this woman and marry her. So it's very interesting to see what's going on with Doom.
Who is this woman? Is she somebody we would know in the comic books?
She was a citizen of Latveria. I forget what she did, but she's just a woman. But the woman don't fuck with her because she's like, yeah, you were. I mean, we didn't have hunger and we didn't have unemployment or crime, but you also are a dictator, and we don't really. So
we're not fucking with that. Yeah. Okay.
And then the X-Men books are still so great. Everyone needs to read these X-Men books. X-Force, X-Force,
Hold on.
New Mutants, X-Men.
Method Man is coming out with a book, right? It's called Marvel Voices. What do you know anything about that?
No.
I was privy to that from my other black friend that in the comics. That Method Man is doing some of the art, and it's called Marvel Voices, and it's coming out Wednesday.
I don't know nothing about that. Stephanie is going tomorrow to see the photograph after work. So yeah, X-Men books, fantastic, just incredible, all of them, and they all tie together in certain ways, and like you can tell what's building up. And then it's this character that died off in one of the Maury McTaggart's lives or something like that. No, in this life, but she might be getting brought back to life, and she is precog, so she can tell people about the future and stuff like that. And so they want to keep her dead so that nobody else knows the true what's really going on with the mutant stuff, like Xavier and Magneto, and they're basically inner circle. So that's really good. And then X Factor. Not X Factor. X Force is basically, since they're their own nation. X Force is essentially like the mutants. Krakoa. Krakoa is their island, basically their own country. The X Force is essentially acting as like the mutants' CIA. So like they're like this secret group of mutants that go around fucking people up. That shit that needs to be done secretly and not official acts. Wolverine's on that group, so that's really good. And then there's like this group Marauders, which is like, for some reason, Kitty. So in order to get into Krakoa, you got to be a mutant, and the Krakoan portal or whatever has to let you through. And it lets every mutant through, but for some reason, it's not letting Kitty Pryde through, and nobody understands why. So she's got a group of mutants, Storm and a few other ones, that they're riding around this boat, doing like collecting, like getting mutants from different countries that don't treat mutants well, and trying to get them out of the country and taking them to Krakoa. So it's really good. It's building up really well. Like if you're into the X-Men, you should read those books because they are excellent books. And I need to start reading some other books. I just got to catch up. I've just been doing a lot of coding recently. Mike, did you see my portfolio I sent you?
I did, and I was impressed.
Was it good?
Yeah, I had no negative criticism.
So I made. So now I'm learning back-end programming. I just started today. So I think I'm starting with like Node, JavaScript, Node.js, and I'm going to learn database stuff like SQL and that type of stuff. So all that's coming really soon. So hopefully Mike can help me with that, because the first part you didn't do none of that shit. So we'll see.
Yeah, I can help you with whatever you need.
Yeah, that's what you say, Mike. You said you were going to be playing Stardew Valley with me, and we haven't played yet.
We can play after this.
See, we have not played Stardew Valley once. It's a shame. I'm kidding.
Boo that man. Boo.
Also, it doesn't help that I got super hooked on Breath of the Wild.
I told you that. I told you to wait to play that because it's addicting. We'll do a review on this, but what did you guys think of Birds of Prey?
It was great. I enjoyed every bit of it. It's like best comic book movie that's a comic book movie to me. Like it's literally like it's a comic book movie that's live action, but it's still a comic book movie, and they made it that way.
Mike?
I agree. I like the way that it's narrated. It feels more like a comic book movie to me. I also the soundtrack bangs. Like we could just get that out in the open.
Does it?
Yeah, I've been listening to it, and the movie is just. I mean, it was very enjoyable. I actually was surprised. I went in with kind of low expectations, and I came out like very happy.
I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
I like Black Mask. Did you like? How do you feel about Black Mask? And I mean, Ewan McGregor is what he is, but Black Mask looked good when he put the Black Mask on. Like if he was.
I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I thought the actor played the character really well. You could tell just how fucked up he was watching that movie. So that was good.
How did you feel about Huntress? Because like like
Well,
I've been getting
it doesn't
criticism
really
about.
matter because the movie should have been called Harley Quinn and Friends.
They're not the birds of prey.
But it doesn't matter if they're the birds of prey or not. It's first of all, the reason why the movie's not making a bunch of money is because it's called Birds of Prey. It should have just been called Harley Quinn or Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, because the movie focuses on Harley Quinn. Like
Correct.
like the rest of the people don't really have storylines, and that's fine. Just don't call it Birds of Prey. There's side characters in the film, and what they did with Cassandra Cain, we'll get into this, is downright
Disrespectful.
it's so disrespectful. But most people don't know who Cassandra Cain is, so for the average moviegoer, it doesn't fucking matter. So there's that. Mike, have you been watching any of the CW shows?
No.
What is wrong with you?
So you don't even ask over here because a lot's wrong
So
with
you
me.
didn't see the finale of Arrow, Mike?
Nope.
Oh my god, you're like supposed to be the biggest Arrow fan. That's all you used to talk about. Arrow, Arrow, Arrow. And you didn't watch the last episode.
I don't know. Maybe a part of me isn't ready to stop watching yet.
They're going to do a new show, Mike.
I know.
Called Green Arrow and the Canaries, which will probably start next season. I don't think it's going to start this season. But the shows have been really good. The fallout from Crisis is very interesting because they didn't do that thing where they have this event and then they
act like nothing was wrong. Yeah, nothing happened.
No, like in every show, some shit is fucked up. So like in Supergirl, Lex Luthor, in the new world that was created, Lex Luthor is like seen as like this super benevolent guy. And he's the head of the CEO, and everybody loves him. And he's like this big philanthropist. And nobody knows that this shit has changed except Kara and her group, a group of people. And
but is Lex secretly like still fucked up?
Yes.
Oh, Lex knows. Okay,
Lex
yeah, okay.
knows because Lex had the Book of Destiny, and he rewrote it this way. So when Oliver recreated the world, it'd be recreated with him as like this hero type guy. So everybody loves Lex in the universe, and some people have come back that were dead, and then there were different Brainiacs. Like so because the Earths got squashed in together, some people from other Earths are all caught up on this Earth, on this one Earth that shouldn't be there. Batwoman got a big jolt from Crisis. It's been great after Crisis. Essentially, for those who started watching Batwoman, so Alice, her sister, that's the bad guy. Basically, a Beth from another Earth showed up on that Earth, and she's good.
Okay.
And then what happens is because there's two Beths on the Earth, they're fucking each other up, and basically they both can't exist on the Earth at the same time. It's causing each of them to like die slowly.
Is Bruce Wayne back yet?
No. Is the show called Batman?
No.
Okay then. So why do you give a fuck about Bruce Wayne?
I want Bruce Wayne.
Watch Batwoman. It's very good. Despite Ruby's lack of acting, it's very good, and she's getting better. She's not good.
She was in John Wick as well, which I was shocked.
Why didn't you hold on? First of all, good. Yeah, you missed out. That's the only reason she has Batgirl right now. That and then Fast and Furious.
And the Flash is
wait. Fast and Furious.
Wasn't she on one of those movies?
No.
Oh, I don't watch those movies, so I don't give a fuck. So, but she was in one of those. She's in John Wick. So that's all I know her from.
The Flash is great. It's been great for a while now, but now they got in the new world. They got a Mirror Master back, and they actually have like the Mirror Universe. So like Iris got dragged into the Mirror Universe, and now the Mirror version of Iris is in the real world, and nobody knows. And they had the great scene at the end of the last episode of like Iris banging on the mirror, like Barry, that's not me. Like that's not me. It's so good. They're going full comic book. Like that's
awesome.
Super comic booky. All we need is like Mirror Master to come out here with this mirror gun, like well, we haven't seen the new Mirror Master yet. Apparently, she was in. So the Mirror Master in the New World is Evan. So in the comic book, Evan McMullen is the Mirror Master, one of the Mirror Masters. He's the second Mirror Master. In the universe, it's not Evan McMullen. It's Eva McMullen, his sister, is the Mirror Master. We haven't seen her yet, though. But I can't wait to see that coming up soon. Excuse me, what? Did you know Jack Black had a Green Lantern film?
What?
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 Do you like Jack Black?
He's Jack Black.
I mean,
He is what he is. I don't like him or dislike him.
He started like a video game streaming thing.
on the computer.
Like he announced like a video game streaming label like within the last year. I haven't really seen anything about it, but I know some people were excited about it or whatever. But
Mike,
Jack Black's a big writer.
Mike, did you see the trailers for Scarlet Witch and Vision and Captain America and Falcon? I mean,
yeah.
Captain
Through the
America
years,
and
it
Bucky.
seems through the decades, different sitcoms.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it looks really cool. I'm all about it. I think it's different. I'm all about the unique storytelling. So this looks like it's going to be just that.
What about Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yep, that looks great. What did I remember seeing from there that I wanted to talk about? I don't remember. But, yeah, I mean, I'm pumped from all. Disney Plus says, I've already bought the year thing, so they've got me on for the long haul.
Don't you have Verizon, Mike?
Yes.
You know you get it for free through Verizon.
Yeah, I gave that to my dad.
So you can
What
you can have all the
six
accounts.
people on one account.
Whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Exactly,
And
Michael.
Mike, and I gave you the password. Like all of this.
It's fine. It's not a
Oh
big
my
deal.
gosh.
I mean, whatever.
It is a big deal. Oh my god, Mike, Devin, did you see the Harriet Tubman Wakanda Forever debit card?
When I tell you that I saw it because I follow your wife on social media, and yeah, I was definitely triggered. Why would she be doing that? Yeah, I rather heard though like the Black Power fist stuff other than the fucking Wakanda shit because now we fucking look like cartoons. On
It's
top of that,
ridiculous.
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I need to watch Curb from last night.
I watched some of it. I started watching some of it, and I didn't finish it. But like Larry's fucking amazing. He's just fucking amazing.
So they had Larry David did an interview a week or so ago, and the white interview guy was like, "So in the first episode, you had to deal with the MAGA hat, and some of the people who like the show may wear a MAGA hat, and they might be offended or something. Though does that bother you?" And Larry was like, "What?" And he goes,
I saw that.
He goes, "What?" And then he goes,
I think you shared it.
And he goes, "Can you be?" He's like, "So what do you think?" He was like, "I could give a fuck."
Fuck exactly.
It's so great. Larry David is the best. Like
He is the best, yo. Like the only thing I was like borderline mad on is like the episode before this Sunday, where like he was fucking with like the chick's like eating disorder. Like she doesn't have an eating disorder. Like, but JB made that shit like Leon made that shit so much bad. He made it worse, yo. Like that bitch is on a yo-yo. Yeah, she a yo. that bitch
that show is so smart. Like the comedy in that show is so smart. It's so highbrow comedy. It's lowbrow. It's highbrow comedy disguised as lowbrow comedy. Because he's doing a mirror on society, and so people. The thing is, some people watch that show and they think Larry's right, and Larry's being the show saying, "Yeah, I'm an asshole most of the time. I'm misunderstood because a lot of times Larry don't even be meaning to do shit. And
It's just
like that.
there's observations,
It just
and
happens.
then
But other
and
times,
he keeps going.
He's just a dick. He's just a terrible human being.
I mean, I don't think he's again. I think that it's an observation that a normal, rational person would just make the observation and just say that's it. But Larry always keeps going, and he peels back the layers on the person he's dissecting, and that shit is so fucked up. But again, it's not unlike we would do in our minds without saying it. You know what I mean? Like he says out loud what we think in our minds when we dissect these situations when it's happening in real time for us.
And of course, Mike doesn't watch the show because it's awesome.
Mike, you just gotta watch season 1, man. It's on fucking
I've
Amazon
seen Curb
Prime.
before. I like it. It's very cringy.
It's not okay. All right, I did cringe. I I watched a couple episodes of Brennan this year, and
I actually
was
saw
like,
the
he's
back of
terrible.
that episode,
That was great though. It's fucking great.
and I saw.
I know Mike didn't watch this. Devin, did you watch the dunk contest?
I did not see it
Oh,
live.
I did watch the dunk contest.
No, you didn't. Get out of here.
I did watch it.
Did you like it, Mike?
It was very interesting, and I know that everyone was mad that this one guy won when it should have been something.
I thought Derrick Jones should
have won. He should have won. Because again, Aaron.
Oh, and I saw what Leon from Curb said after or before, I forget.
After, on the roast.
Yeah, on the roast.
Yeah, JB Smooth was on the roast of Kenny, Chuck, and Ernie.
I did watch it. See, I told you.
Did you watch the All-Star game, Devin?
You know I watched that. That shit was amazing.
I love the new format of the All-Star.
Love it. Because, like, when I'm telling you, Brandon, like, I know I got to serve these people. I'm flying to Fort Myers, and I got to serve these people, but I ain't really had to do shit because we had many passengers yesterday. But I was like, yo, like, I can't miss any of this shit. I can't miss a minute of it. And they fucking tried to get LeBron. They tried to fucking screw that nigga, yo. I was mad about that shit. Because that shit should have been over on the fucking... That wasn't a flop for Kyle Lowry. He flopped like shit. That should have been a three-pointer. Game over. James Harden killed it.
No, that wasn't a flop. He threw that dude to the ground.
Yo, when you see him move...
They called that shit. James Harden does that stupid shit all year, and they never call it. And I said, you know how ironic it is that they called James Harden out on his bullshit in an All-Star game?
I'm talking about the three-pointer. I'm not talking about the fucking Euro step, because they did get him on it.
He fucking threw him to the ground and then stepped back and shot the three. That's all he does. He pushes off so much.
He does push off a lot.
I hate watching James Harden. He's so good, but I hate watching him. There's no one I hate watching more.
Like, Luka didn't do what I thought he would do this week. I thought Luka would show out. He didn't show out.
He's not an All-Star game type player. Built for that.
No, I'm just saying. I thought he would just make more shots and stuff like that. Trae Young did. I think he's gonna be good one day as far as All-Star game. He's perfect for the All-Star game. The Rising Star game was that was way better than the fucking All-Star game. Other than the format.
Fuck no. That shit was not better than the fourth quarter of that All-Star game.
I'm just saying. I said other than the format change. I'm talking about like the plays.
The All-Star game was incredible.
Brandon, I'm agreeing with you. Brandon, this is the second time we did this shit.
So there was nothing on that Rising Stars game remotely close to that fourth quarter.
No, Brandon, I'm telling you that. I literally am saying what you were saying. I said the plays, the alley-oops were better in the Rising Stars, the fucking like little displays and shit, other than the format change. And that shit was fucking phenomenal. That's what I'm telling you.
Seeing all them dudes go super hard competitive is
ever amazing. Because you never see that much talent on the court playing at that level.
Well, not just that. It just shows how great NBA players are. Like people take for granted how good of athletes these dudes are. Like, it is absurd how athletic and good at what they do NBA players are. And when you see the best of the best going hard, like this is unlike anything, like unlike the NBA Finals or anything, because you got 5 of the best players in the world versus
I literally just said that shit.
Best players in the world, because Kyle Lowry shouldn't have been on that floor. But the rest of them dudes are Kemba, Giannis, Embiid.
Kemba was fucking up real good though.
Embiid was putting dream shakes on LeBron.
That was great.
Just fantastic. That was just great television.
Because you never see that much. I love the 3-point game. That was amazing that Buddy won. The way he won. That was fucking fantastic. And Buddy wears 24 because of Kobe. That was great. Kawhi, as an LA kid, grew up watching Kobe, won the Kobe Bryant Award. That was great. Anthony Davis hit the last bucket to win it. He's a Chicago kid. I think he did, but then I don't, because the way his face like carried with it, he was like, whatever, I was fucking around. But I don't think I think you're right. I think he didn't miss that on purpose, but but it was great. What did Charles Barkley say to piss people off on Friday? Because I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know he just said anything.
Yeah, people said how you feel about Charles Barkley and shit. So how do you feel about the Hall of Fame class? Like, I mean, I love Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan. I'm glad they're going in together because that is everything to me. Like Deion Sanders and Kevin Garnett used to be my favorite athletes for a long time. So I'm all about Kevin Garnett getting in.
Who else is going in? I didn't see the class.
Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Kim Malky, she deserves it, and then some other, like 2 other people that I'm not really familiar with.
Inside the NBA going into?
I don't. Like I say, I'm not.
Going in for like media.
Oh, they should though. They really should.
GameCube given. Hold up, what? GameCube given new life as Nintendo Switch dock. Custom builder Rated E Mods created a GameCube dock for Nintendo Switch, and it has a working GameCube controller ports for the Nintendo Switch. Look at that, Mike.
I want more of that type of stuff for the Switch because I love the emulators.
Brandon showed me the emulator when I was with him in Dallas like 2 weeks ago, and I played Double Dragon off. I was ready to play a Double Dragon. I was gonna get my life up in Double Dragon. I was.
I want there to be a Nintendo 64.
This shit. Like, this is incredible. He took a broken GameCube system and turned it into a dock for a Nintendo Switch that he can plug his GameCube controller in and still use. How did he do that? See, this is what gets me like discouraged sometimes with doing coding, is that like I see some shit like that. I'm just like I'm never gonna do that shit. Although, Mike, I do have an idea for an app that I don't think.
Keep in mind that involves a little bit of electrical engineering. It's not all gonna.
Mike, I have an idea for an app that hopefully, when I get good enough, we can try to make.
I'm down.
Because you're pretty damn good.
I've made apps before.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Watch cool project.
You didn't make one on the phone.
Yeah, it had a phone component.
It did.
Yeah, I presented it to you. Don't you remember?
Yes, you presented it on the watch. I didn't know you did it on the phone.
Yeah, it had a phone. It needed the phone to work.
Oh yeah, Joker got a new girlfriend in the comic books. I forgot to tell you that earlier.
Yeah, I heard about that. What's her name? Say her name for me. It's like something stupid. It's stupid though.
I forget her name. Punchline.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah.
By the way, Harley Quinn is supposedly crazy. If you're not crazy, why would you date the Joker? That just sounds like a terrible idea. Just a hideous idea. I cannot think of worse ideas than dating the Joker. He's so unpredictable. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do.
In Arkham City, there's that part where Batman is like flying over the city, and you can hear what the thugs are saying, and they're like, "What are we doing with the new recruits today?" And he's like, "Oh, today we're killing all of them." And then the guy was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, Joker changes his mind every day. Just be happy you joined on one of his good days."
What movie? What was that? Which game was that?
Arkham City.
Oh, I need to. I might replay those games just for fun.
I love the Arkham games. I've been thinking about replaying them as well, actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. The newest Batwoman show, they confirmed that Mr. Freeze is around, so we might get to see Mr. Freeze on the TV screen. Next week's episode of Supergirl, they're doing Mr. Mxyzptlk. How you say the fuck?
Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Mr. Pidalick, yeah.
Mxyzptlk.
Mr. Pidalick is awesome. So seeing him in live action is going to be... Although he doesn't look like an imp in live action. He just looks like a dude.
He's got to look like an imp for me.
No, he doesn't look like... He just looks like a white dude that walks around. He's just like a normal...
Speaking of DC, The Rock just posted yesterday that the Black Adam start filming in the summer.
Yeah, okay. I'll believe it when it happens. I'll believe that when it happens. Although... I guess it's going to happen. I mean, DC's had, they've had a few good movies in a row. So, I mean, they're still horrible at marketing. Like Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey just passed $100 million. That is horrible for a superhero film. Horrible. And this is their best or second best film. This is between this and Shazam. And both of these films are their lowest grossing films, which is a fucking shame that DC doesn't know how to promote the films that are actually good that they have. Like, it's just ridiculous. Just insane. Somebody made a rotary cell phone.
Oh, that's
Do
cool.
you know what a rotary phone is, Mike?
Yes, I do.
It's this phone with the spin dial where you have the
What's the
circles
dial?
in it and it spins and it rolls back. Somebody made one into a cell phone that you can spin and use. It's not very practical, but it's cool, I guess. Um, what else did I? Since we're just randomly talking about shit. Um, I thought I saw something about space that was interesting. But I don't remember what I saw. Okay, that's since I'm struggling to figure out what I was talking about. Mike, let's go to your fact or fiction segment.
All right, I will gather up my stories right now.
Do you have 3 stories for us?
Yep, as always. Just let me pull them up. The heck, where is it?
Mike.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Story number 1. Thousands of people
Oh no!
gather.
Hold on. Before you start, I found the story I was looking for, and I get to shit on Mike again. Oh, by the way, Mike, this is what I meant to tell you. So, my wife and I went to this meetup. We're in this meetup group called Blacks in Technology in Dallas, and it's basically black people who are in the tech field, and they have all types of networking events and speeches and meetups and all types of stuff like that. So they had an event to celebrate Black History. And they wanted to talk about like local black people doing really big stuff in tech. So we got to meet these 3 business owners, entrepreneurs. Like the one dude, Mike, that I met, he basically designed the speaker and the whole speaker system and programmed the Echo for Amazon. And now he owns his own business where he's using machine learning to automate bill paying and stuff for truckers and Uber drivers
Oh,
and those
shit.
types of things, which is really cool. And he owns a business out of Dallas. And then we met this woman who was a wedding planner, and she had a client that couldn't really afford her because she does big weddings, like big expensive weddings. But she really wanted to do her wedding, so she did everything by Skype and stuff. And she ended up making a website where she could do that. And then this guy came to her because the website wasn't working, and he offered to fix it because he was a student right out of school or something like that. And he was like, you could turn this into a business. She's like, what do you mean? She's like, you could automate all this stuff and make it an app. So she created this app that does wedding planning through an app. And so instead of paying $30,000 for a wedding, she's able to save people so much money that they end up paying like a couple $1,000s. And it's all done through like automation through an app. So like they built some algorithm that make you answer these questions, and it can basically tell you what type of person you are, and then it gives you suggestions based on that. So it takes it out of your hands of having to make all these decisions for your wedding. It's really dope. And then there was this other guy who I had mixed feelings about this other guy because he used to work in robotics, and Mike will like this guy. He worked in robotics for GM for a long time. He's one of the only black robotic people in the country for a long time, and now he owns his own company, and basically he's a consulting company, and what he does is he goes to small and medium-sized businesses and teaches them how to convert to automation. And so part of me is like, that's dope, but the other part of me is like, by automating shit, you're taking people out of jobs. Like, it's converting everything to computers. But then at the end, he has another business, and this is where I say, well, I don't care about those people. He has another business where he is setting up robotics labs in schools, and they're mostly in low-income areas now. But he's not limited to that. That's just the people that worked with him, and it's basically being able to create a pipeline for people to go straight from high school into machine learning and robotics and making $70,000-$80,000 right out of high school.
Wow.
And so he's teaching them to get the jobs. So once the place comes automated, they need people in robotics to run all that shit. And so these people are coming out and getting those jobs right away. So he's trying to create a new batch of people to fulfill the jobs that he's creating by automating jobs. So it was very interesting. But I thought Mike would find that cool, that the guy was into artificial intelligence and machine learning and all that stuff. And he has one of his things is he has an office in D.C. that does that goes into the high schools in D.C. and teaches them about machine learning and automation. So I thought Mike would be really cool at that at some point. So I got to meet him, and he was really cool. But that reminds me, Mike. So I have my robot story that I saw earlier. And so Mike's the person that doesn't believe that robots are going to kill us and that it's all bullshit and blah, 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 because Mike is naive, a naive little boy. So, Mike, listen to this title. Lincoln's sense of touch to facial movements inches robots towards feeling pain.
What?
So, Mike, give me a good reason why you would want a robot to feel pain.
Can never actually feel pain.
No, they're making it so that robots can experience pain.
Technically, it would be a simulation of pain.
And their idea is that this is how stupid scientists are sometimes. If robots can experience pain themselves, they might understand human pain better, too, to help. Now, tell me how that makes any logical sense.
I get what they're saying. The thing is, it's not actually that they're experiencing pain. It's that they're experiencing a simulation of pain. I can set a parameter where I set levels of pain from 0 to 10 and equate those numbers to different experiences of pain in the physical world. Like 10 being like a gunshot wound to the chest, 1 being a paper cut.
And
the robot
again,
doesn't.
Mike, why would that be a good idea?
Because the robot will never actually feel pain, but
Yes,
it will.
If you program it to feel pain, then
It
it's gonna
feels
feel
pain.
No,
It
you'd be
thinks it
programming
feels
a
pain.
set. You'd be programming a reaction to something that happens from.
Well, isn't that all that pain is in real life? It's
No,
just-
we actually feel pain.
What?
Pain,
No,
pain is made up. Pain is something that your mind, that your nerves, and it sends something to your brain, and then your brain sends out a signal to make you feel the pain.
But for us to experience pain, something has to be damaged.
Yes, that's how a robot would feel pain. You would have to do something to it to cause it to feel pain. And then it sends the signal that indicates pain. And so, again, if I'm making an artificial intelligent robot, why would I want it to feel pain? So it can, get mad and then attack me?
I feel like that. Yep.
You skipped a lot of steps.
No, I didn't. Here's another robot story. This one I think Devin would actually support. You could earn $125,000 for donating your face to a humanoid robot.
Nope. I do not support that. Because you know what? That robot is taking my place in my house.
Wait, when you say donating your face, like, do I have to be dead?
Need a pile of cash fast, have a face, then step right up to waive the copyrights to it. In exchange, you'll receive about $125,000. And best of all, one day you'll see your mug on an army of humanoid robots. Geomic and additive manufacturing.
Wait, for $125,000? I'm down.
That's not worth. No,
Geomic-
Mike, you're fucking stupid as shit.
An additive manufacturing and machine startup based in London is looking for a person to fork over their face for a new line of human-looking robots. Full stop. The star search came through a blog post the company published earlier this month. Geomic isn't the brains behind the operation, according to the post, but will be working on behalf of a mysterious client looking for a kind and friendly face. Kind and friendly equals white. Just so anybody listening knows, kind and friendly equals white. A few weeks ago, we were approached by a robotics company asking if we could help it with finishing touches of a state-of-the-art humanoid robot it's been working on, the company wrote. Details of the project are scarce due to its non-disclosure agreement we've signed with the designer and his investors. But this is what we do know. While the details are tight under wraps, we do know there's potential for said face to be mass-produced on thousands of robots. In terms of the client, little was disclosed outside the fact that the company is privately funded and has taken investments from venture capitalists and fund in Shanghai. The robot is meant to work as a virtual friend, that's what they always say, for elderly people, so there's a good chance this client's work in the medical field. The project has been underway for 5 years and is expected to go into production next year. So, Mike, after hearing all that, would you give your face to them for $125,000?
I'm down. Let's go.
Mike, you are the new Rex. That's all I would say. I don't know why you would do that. You're better than that. You're Rex. and you just signed up the Rex for 125.
What if they name the robot after you? Does that change it, Devin?
Fuck no.
My robot has to be the one in charge, though.
See, again.
Why?
Now you got rules. Fuck out of here. You got your money. Get out of here, sir.
Why does it need to be in charge?
Because that way it'll be the most famous one.
But they're gonna mass produce the fucking robot and send them out to old people's houses to take care of them.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm down.
Do you have a warm and friendly face?
I think so. I shave, according to my dad.
If you shave, I think you might be you could probably be chosen. I think that is possible that you could be chosen. Although, does the robot have hair or is it just a face?
I don't know. See, my hair is what makes my look. If I ever go bald, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life.
The white people don't really go bald, though. They kind of keep that stupid comb.
Yeah.
Are you serious? I know a lot of bald white people.
Yeah, get out of here.
I mean,
Luckily, Arabs are very hairy people.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, get to your stories. You should have them all curated now.
Okay. Here's the first one. Naked Festival. Thousands gather for Japan's annual Hadaka Matsuri. It's a naked festival where a bunch of naked people just kind of show up and rave. True or false?
What the fuck does rave mean?
A party.
I would say that's true. That sounds plausible.
Yeah, rave. Yeah, we having a rave, yo.
That is true.
Well,
also, I should have known when I picked this that it was very specific. Thousands brave chilly weather on Saturday to gather at the annual Naked Festival in Okayama, in the southern part of Japan's Honshu Island.
White people came? Oh, shit.
It's a wild and raucous. I don't know what that means. Festival.
Raucous is mean wild, mild, and crazy, pretty much.
Every year on the third Saturday of February. 10,000 or so male participants are. Yeah.
It's sausage party.
It's all males. I mean, I guess. Are they? I guess. Okay, keep going.
Keep reading the article or move on to the next?
Yeah, keep going.
Keep reading the article. I want to hear what else happens.
They sport a minimal amount of clothing, usually a Japanese loincloth called a fundushi, and a pair of white socks. The festival celebrates the blessings of a bountiful harvest, prosperity, and fertility, starting at 3:20 p.m. local time, with a separate event for young boys aimed at fostering interest in younger generations.
What?
That doesn't sound good.
The 10,000 or so men packed in like sardines jostle with each other to get a hold of one of the bundles or two sticks. Whoever succeeds is guaranteed a year of good fortune, according to the legend.
I'm
passing on that one. I'm good. Story number 2, Mike.
Yep. Minister plans to sue the NFL over, quote, crotch-grabbing halftime show.
Oh
yeah,
they
that's true.
don't like women.
That's true. I saw the story. That's 100% true.
Yeah, so this is true. And my favorite thing about this, I will read the article, but my favorite thing about this was I saw a tweet about this, and someone was like, it was something along the lines of, imagine being so sexually frustrated that you're so horny that you decide to sue the NFL. Or something like that. It was funny. But anyway, a former Ohio football coach is an all-out blitz against the NFL over a Super Bowl halftime show with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, saying he intends to sue because their revealing outfits put him, quote, in danger of hellfire. Local minister Dave Dobenmeyer, host of Pass the Salt Ministries, Coach Dave Live web show, said he plans to sue the league, Pepsi, Fox, and several other companies for the, quote, crotch-grabbing, end quote, performance. I think we ought to sit down in a courtroom and present this as evidence of how whoever is keeping me from getting into the kingdom of heaven.
What does J-Lo and Shakira being sexy have to do with you going to heaven?
Exactly.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
I think that I did enjoy the halftime show. By the way, I didn't really enjoy the last couple years, but I enjoyed this one a lot.
You watched the Super Bowl, Mike? I'm surprised.
I watch it every year. We always have a big party, and Shakira will be representing my people.
How does she represent your people?
The thing she did with her tongue that everyone made fun of. No one. That's a Lebanese thing. She's Lebanese.
No one made fun of that.
Oh my god, it's a huge meme. All the white people on my social media made fun of it, and all the ally friends they knew what it was.
What do you mean it's a Lebanese thing?
That's that thing she did when she did the tongue thing with the voice. That's a traditional Lebanese thing that women do when they're excited about something.
You think she knows that?
Yes, she's Lebanese.
What?
She's half Lebanese and half Colombian.
Really?
Yep, look it up. No one believes me when I tell them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's Lebanese. Why do you think she does all the belly dancing and she's a full-on Arabic album that my dad has.
So you are claiming Shakira. Okay.
I can claim Shakira.
Okay. All right. So you choose Shakira in the racial draft.
Well, I mean, I just like Shakira in general, but she is Lebanese.
Is she really?
Not even Arab, specifically she's Lebanese.
All right.
I had no idea.
Oops, sorry, hold on, I lost my notes. Okay. Man hacks Google Maps to create a traffic jam.
Nice.
I don't believe it.
I'll leave it every day of the week.
That is also true.
Oh my gosh! What?
This guy had bought 99 used smartphones at a very low price from people on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and he would put them all in his car and have them all run in Google Maps so that there'd be a huge traffic jam, and he would have free.
Fake traffic jam.
Yeah, he would start fake traffic jams with 100 phones that he had in his car. So I'll read the article. Let me see. Video. Okay, I'm trying to go where the relevant information is. Yeah, so Google Maps can be considered as an invaluable tool for anyone who drives a car in a big city, offering details on traffic on major roads. A lot of us have this habit to religiously check Google Maps before heading anywhere to properly plan our routes. Google runs ad campaigns. Google runs ad campaigns, encourages users to do the same, but the system isn't foolproof and can be deceived, as hilariously demonstrated by a man in Berlin who used 100 smartphones and a handcart to create fake traffic jams in Berlin, allowing him to bypass traffic and have free road. I'm pretty sure they pressed charges against this guy.
Most of these stories are just people being dicks. Just horrible or shitty people or bored people or people who don't have no friends. God, it must suck being boring and terrible. I don't know what's wrong with these people. First of all, how did he activate 99 phones? How much money does this guy have?
I mean, you could probably buy them for really old iPhone 3GS or something.
You still gotta activate them unless you're connecting them to some type of fake Wi-Fi, or
you could be hotspotting off
of yeah. Could you run 99 Google Maps on a hotspot?
Probably theoretically.
You're supposed to know the answers to that, Michael.
I mean, there's not usually a limit on those things, but I mean, there's a bandwidth limit for sure, but map data is very small, so right. He could also buy a high-powered hotspot and just do whatever he wanted off of there. But the amount of money and effort that will go into this to save some traffic is, not worth it. Also, with this story, the thing is, oftentimes, if he's got 100, he's moving with the traffic, right? So wherever he's going, people aren't going to know until he's already on his way.
So it's just a moving traffic jam on Google Maps.
Yep.
So it'll look like the traffic jam is just moving. That's actually kind of funny. It's actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny. All right. Anything else, guys, before we get out of here? Mike, when's Rick and Morty coming back?
I don't know. I've been surprised. It's been a very long break.
Let me see. Rick and Morty, episode 6, release date. March. It's not coming out until next month.
That's supposed to come back in February, but yeah.
March. All right, so we'll be back at Rick and Morty then. Devin, you got anything?
Nope.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. We'll be back to getting weekly shows and getting more movie reviews coming up. So we'll have Birds of Prey, we'll have The Photograph, and probably Sonic the Hedgehog all coming out in the next week. Look out for myself and Old Man Wade doing a comic book show sometime soon as well. Thank you all for listening and subscribing. Keep sharing it with your friends. We are getting more subscribers. It's still hard to believe, but we still get more listeners every week. So thank you all for listening and downloading the show. And we'll be back next week. Peace.